like if you were to track it,
Hmm.
like if you were to draw a track, it would make sense where it came out. If it
Yes.
was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it would, it would probably line up if you did it mathematically
And and
somehow. Yeah.
and again, that's why Eric is going through and creating this model that he's been working on to try and show that. Yeah.
Oh, to prove that it
So maybe I
is
wasn't explaining it.
moving. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Now I
So and
see what he's doing.
yeah, so Eric is going through and really, working on that. And there's other things like that that he's going through. And that's the thing too is, yeah, I think Travis is the one that brought this up in one of our live discussions with somebody before. I want to say like NASA before if they do like an experiment, they have to sit for 2 years and keep working that one single experiment before they can ever come out with any kind of information, if I remember correctly. And what you're seeing with us is we do a whole gambit of experiments over a couple months, and in 8 to 9 months, you guys are seeing what we caught live,
Mm,
and then we're going, how do we like what does that information even mean? First off,
right.
how do we even interpret it?
Yeah. But you
Um,
allow them to interpret. Here,
yeah,
judge it. Put it
yeah,
out
and
in the
then
world
we're
for
throwing it out to the public and going, hey, this is what we caught. And we try to go back and do as much review on those on the data and the recordings as much as we can, but and that's where again with the partnership with the filming and stuff, sometimes that's hard. Like we're not able to do that, and then when stuff gets released, people start deep diving it and doing what they can, themselves, and that raises a lot of questions, and we're like, and we're still trying to answer like the first questions. So
right.
and that, it's just it is what it is at this point.
Yeah.
We know but we are getting a lot of crazy hard data, like the terabytes of information that's been stored just in the recordings themselves. Because a lot of video evidence, on top of like each one of these lidar scans is hundreds and hundreds of megabytes of information, and the bigger your scans are
I would say
huge.
terabytes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally hundreds of terabytes of information from the last 6 years, and it's like, and that's what's really fascinating is if someone ever gets the opportunity to like sit down and and ever gets full access to everything, and they literally start from like day one, from like our what we've talked about as team members ourselves from before the show, and starts compiling all that information, and might forget Bigelow's stuff. If we start from just our day one, if you will, and go from
Right.
there to where we are now, that's how many years would that take to compile everything?
Yeah. Well, it'd be a good a good paper to read. Like something that was or not a good paper, but like like a proper compilation of just the
Yeah,
the data set in
yeah,
a searchable way like that would actually be really cool
yeah.
to
So,
see how things progressed and
mhm.
um where it progressed, what happened when that would be actually pretty cool.
See, and I guess in my mind, that's where I'm like, I'm going to try and do what I can to maybe help in that with this book that I'm trying to do and that I've been working on for this. I really started working on it. Got my daughter. Okay. Okay. Just give me a couple more minutes, sis.
Yeah, we can wrap up in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
I don't want to take you from your daughter too much,
No,
but
you're fine.
Uh, so it does look like we're shaping up to.
Hmm.
It looks like it's shaping up to be quite the roller coaster year. last year I said the same thing. Um, having you on in lieu or in preparation for the show. I'm super
Mhm.
excited. So where can people find you, and where can people get involved with Skinwalker Ranch? How can they watch the cameras all day? Uh, you know,
Yeah, so
what other paranormal hotspot lets you do that? So
right. So obviously we have our skinwalker-ranch.com website. Go be an insider. We have a lot of discussions. Like I said, we've got some really cool changes coming up to the website itself. I'm actually haven't seen what it's going to be yet myself, so I've got some meetings that I'm going to be having with the new team that we're working with on what that looks like. I know that like in past seasons and past years, what we've been doing is whenever a new episode comes out, we as a team will sit and talk for and take questions live from the insiders there. I'm on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, KALEB Bench.
yeah, it's
I,
pretty hard
I
to plug it
yeah,
up.
right. I need to be more active and in posting stuff, but that's also where we're like, okay, what can we talk about? When can we talk about stuff? But yeah, that's where I'm at. And then, but I would say our website is one of our big places to go to get any additional information, or when one of us jumps on and uh, does an interview like this, we go into detail on some things, and we try to give more information as we can.
Now,
Um,
you guys, you know what? Honestly, with the exception of John Alexander, you
mhm,
guys have been the most forthcoming with, and that's what bothers me when people attack Brandon and like people like Green Street. They do what they do is um and because what I mean, no one's beating down Bigelow's door saying, all the data from
yep,
when you were at Skim. You guys let people watch cameras on the property
yep,
24/7. You
yep.
can literally pay what is it? $6,
It's
$10?
like $8 to $10 depending on
Yeah.
the
So
member.
to do all those live streams, to get all those benefits, and
Yep,
you can literally sit and watch all the cameras that they have, and you
and
only have more and more because Eric is a like me. He just can't stop.
oh,
Um,
I I could tell you we have yeah, the amount of cameras that Eric has is ridiculous, and we're
I
only getting more. Um,
know. I love
and
that guy.
and we're kind of getting to the point now where some of the older cameras we have to get new ones upgrade to because the old ones are just worn out.
Yeah.
So not only are we getting newer, better cameras now in some of those same locations, but we're getting more of them. And yeah,
Yes.
I can tell you there's some individuals on here that I've seen in the live chat that have caught things real time on our website and
Right.
bring it to attention like it's been such a I think net positive because of that and the insiders took it upon themselves and created like a spreadsheet and record all sorts of stuff that we can go back and check
Yeah,
because
and that just makes for good data keeping, and if something really does stick out, then you
yep,
use that. Then you bring it up in the series
mm,
premiere of the
yep,
whatever season,
yep,
and
and
say, look what happened over this off season.
yep,
Um, you know, let's start it off here. Some of the stuff that we, you know, the sky's the limit, and
yep,
I mean that's up to Prometheus at the end of the day, anyway. But this is Skinwalker Dash Ranch has nothing to do with Prometheus. So you guys kind of you did this on your own,
yeah,
and it will for now stay that way.
yeah, and that's the thing is it's completely us the team, and that's where we've we're trying to think of ways to again improve that website and trying to get the team together to do experiments on that as well is as part of the tricky thing too and there's a lot of things that we'd like to do with it but it's just
Hey, listen. I completely understand. Uh, it it's it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
When actually getting down to it and getting everyone on board and getting it's logistical nightmare. So you don't have to explain that one, buddy. Caleb,
It's just one of those things.
I always love having you here, and you're always
Yeah, man.
welcome. And then after, either during or after the season ends, we'll have to have you back in. But you know, Phenomicon this year. Any other conventions that you guys are going to be doing that you'll be
Uh,
at?
just Phenomicon to my knowledge now, since Awakening got canceled, sadly.
Okay.
But
All right.
I
All right.
I
Well.
know there's potentially something else in the works, so
Okay.
I don't. But
Well, keep us
Phenomicon,
all
yeah,
updated and we love what you do and can't wait for April 29th, right?
23rd. So we've
20
only got a couple more weeks.
Yeah, April 23rd, couple more
Yeah.
weeks, mid-April. All right, you heard it here, guys. Like, share, subscribe, and if you want to help support, become a member on YouTube. It really does help. And all the sharing and liking is free. And it really, again, it helps. Click join, click like, click share, click subscribe, click all the buttons there are, click. I'm really, really clouded brain tonight. But thank you
You're
again,
fine.
Caleb, for
Well, thanks
coming
for
on.
having me on today.
Yeah, man, it was such a fun time. So we'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, and uh, yeah, yeah.
Have a
See
good
ya.
one, everybody.
End it for me because I'm losing my mind.
Yeah.